Hi, good morning. I hope everyone's having a good day. Sorry about the awkward setup, but it just doesn't work on my Chromebook, Zoom, or anything like that, so I'm having to record this on another device, so apologies for that, but I'll go ahead and get into it. So, my name is Shipman. I am a senior environmental studies major, graduating this December, and I looked at Kings Creek erosion rates monitored through weather events through total suspended solids, and I did this as an independent study project. So the process was fairly simple. I took booner tubes, which are basically PVC pipe. I put them into the bottom of the creek bed at 3 locations across campus. And through this process, you cut slits into the tubes, allowing for water to move through. But you get a cup about the size of a mason jar, and you put it down the tube, and this catches the sediment and the erosion as it moves through. And I did this, as I said, at 3 locations across campus. The art building, which we're hoping to monitor the amount of erosion that's coming through town, to the gym, which is how is it flowing through? Is it depositing through campus? And also, are we picking up erosion through the middle of campus? And then at the Willie Barn, which was just to monitor how much is moving through campus. And I did this at 3 separate times. I did a control group, a first weather event, and a second weather event, and I did it in this order. The control group was monitored through a 5-day period with minimal weather events, so no precipitation, which is predominantly what I was looking at. Um, and then the first weather event, which was a 48-hour rain period, and the second weather event, which was also a 48-hour rain period. So the control event received minimal rainfall. It was not even 8 inch, so I can presume that it was very minimal and had very little impact on the erosion rates. Possibly just a type of dew. It was very light and not significant at all. And with this, uh, it for the art building was 1.2 grams. The gym was 0.6 and the Willy Barn was 1.1. So it was showing that there was natural erosion occurring, which is important for a creek and river system to have. It's imperative to have natural erosion, as it's allowing for nutrients to be uh, taken up in the rain and in the creek for those natural environment processes, such as plants growing or animals. They need to have this natural nutrient source. Um, Moving to the first event, this, to repeat, was a 48-hour period. It was February 11th through 12th, and through that, the art building jumped up 22 degrees to grams to 23.7 grams. The gym jumped to 4.9 grams. That was a 4.2 gram difference. And the Willy Barn went to 8.7 grams, which was a 7.6 gram difference. So through that process, there was a huge jump up in erosion. The rainfall was about 3.3 inches of rain at the art building and a 3.1 inches of rain at the Willy Barn. So there was a higher level of rain, which can assume that there is, through this process, of course, it is needed to believe that the erosion rates would be higher in a weather event. However, this jump and increase does cause certain levels of concern, as the jump from a 1 to a 23 is very high, and that was at the art building. So it is understandable to believe that there is outside impacts from town that could cause that jump. In the second weather event, which was again a 48-hour period, this was February 15th through 16th, and from 23 at the art building, it went down to 4. From 4 at the gym, it went up to an 8, and from an 8 at the Willy Barn, it went down to a 2. So very big difference. There was one jump and there was 2 decreases. The amount of rain was the same as the first weather event, with 3 inches of rain at the art building, 3.1 inches of rain at the Willy Barn. So there could be assumptions that the high jump at the art building was just a one-time event, but there was an increase at the gym, which I would hypothesize the reason why is the gym. If you've seen since Hurricane Helene, with that large part of the creek bank fell, that is changing the way that sedimentation and erosion is moving through the creek, and so there may be a change with the erosion rates there, where it's moving through from the art building, but yet it's getting deposited at the gym, and then it's staying, and then it's moving again. So there are hypotheses on why this is occurring, and I would uh, urge that more looking into it would be imperative. Um, so from this, I would like to say that I really truly think that there needs to be more research and more looking at the creek, because you can see that there is heavy amounts of erosion occurring, especially at parts near the art building and through the gym. The creek bed definitely is in need of rehabilitation, and I did state that on my poster as well. With there is warrants for investigation, and there are many different avenues we could go into researching this, but also repairing the creek bed as well with native plants that have the roots built to stay on the sides of creek beds, which holds the creek bed together. There are natural remedies, but there are also mechanical. We could put steel reinforcements, but just to preface that there is warrants for more erosion research. I would love to go back and change certain things I did. I would love to do erosion pins as well. So through this research, it really has opened doors to warrant more investigation and more looking. And I really hope that even after I graduate, that there are others that can take this on and continue looking through, and especially seeing different changes as climate change or other natural impacts, something like Helene, if it does happen again, how it would change the creek as well. But thank you guys, I appreciate it so much.